Oh, hello to everybody on this bright morning. See the sun is coming up through those, shining through those clouds over there. It's going to be quite a nice day, I think. Quite hot at the moment. Be glad to get moving. Steve's. But my new tyres that I have on here are much better. I've mentioned this before. I was looking around for what I thought was a reasonable tyre, and I ended up choosing the Avon Road Riders. Can't remember what their catalogue number is, but you can soon find them. They do them in quite a wide range of sizes. And they're quite an attractive looking tread pattern, you know, they're not terrible. And I don't know, I think they're a medium price tyre really. They're not super cheap, but they're not horrendously expensive either. And it remains to be seen exactly how much wear I'm going to get out of them, but I'm hoping for good things, you know. The main thing about making a motorcycle more comfortable to ride is making sure that everything works properly. And recently I've had some real shenanigans with my brakes, and it really puts you off, you know. But you know, it's not just things like that, it's also making sure that all of your cables are oiled and all of your controls operate properly. And it's quite a simple thing to do, you know. It's to oil the cable is relatively straightforward. It can be a bit fiddly with things like throttle cables, but believe me, it is worth it, because it just makes the whole thing feel a lot better. In fact, in some cases it can actually make your motorcycle feel much more like a new motorcycle, really. You take this old, rather uncomfortable thing and just make a few simple changes like that. Yep. And it's going to feel a lot better. Okay, here we go. It's a lot busier today actually for a Friday than it normally is. Don't know what's happened. It's a mystery what happens down these roads anyway, and I really wish I knew sometimes. If anybody is under any illusions, even though it's obviously a damn sight less frustrating coming down here on the bike, and I've mentioned that, you know, the frustration that you experience when you're driving a car stuck in this, and it could take me an hour and a half or 2 hours to get to work sometimes, whereas it's about half an hour on my Bandit. Thank you. It does make me quite nervous driving down the middle of the traffic like this. I try to take all the precautions I can, but inevitably there are going to be those occasions where things happen that are very difficult to avoid or deal with. And I've had some pretty narrow misses. You can often tell what people are going to do anyway, because the way they position their car and the way they move around on the road will usually give you a pretty good indication of what they're about to do. So it hardly ever comes as a surprise to me that somebody manoeuvres suddenly from one lane into another without indicating, because I pretty much expected them to do it beforehand, just from what they were doing. So I think it's learning to read those signs really. And often if I stop talking, or I talk more slowly, it's because I'm concentrating. I'm actually concentrating for once. Don't change, don't change. Thank you. Who is that on the back of that person? I think that's Ben Fogle, isn't it? Is that Ben Fogle? I think so. thank you very much for watching my video, if you've watched it all the way through to the end. I don't get very many YouTube views, but I get a few, so somebody's obviously watching it. Thank you very much for doing that, and please, if you do have any comments, or you'd actually like to rate my videos in any way, I would very much appreciate it. But once again, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.